Hola amigos, welcome to Life for Living Well channel. Please subscribe to keep the channel going. You can also check us out by visiting our website on www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Sit down and enjoy the helpful topic for this week. Hey, welcome back to another episode from Life for Living Well. My name is Richard and I will be your anchor for this week. Before I dive into the topic I have for you all this week, I would like quickly to say thank you so much for your support and your motivation for keeping the community going. And thank you for those who are already subscribed for receiving weekly podcasts and articles regarding the Life for Living Well community. Thank you so much. And we continue to put the material there that help every one of us to keep improving ourselves and just be who we are in a marvelous way. So if you'd like to know more about Life for Living Well, you can find that on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Once again, my name is Richard. So let's dive in. We just finished a 4-week series of looking into courage, some uncertainty times, and looking to different levels of individuals or some people have used to help them to improve their courage. But now we start a new particular series, and for this particular series it could take up to 4 or 5 weeks. So I will try my possible best to make it short and also make it more clear, and also try to minimize overstretching the statement. So let's dive into it. So the series that we'll be looking in the next few weeks, which started today, just to give you the summary of everything, and then expand it over the period of 4 to 5 weeks and see what we can pick up on it. And as usual, your feedback and your comment is all welcome. 10 practical resourceful habits. So I've been do a bit of research about so many different kind of individuals that have so much inspiration to myself and other people. Individuals that have lived their life in such a way that encourage you, knowing that if they can do it, you can do it too, regardless of the times and the location of the color of their skin. It's just the universal wisdom that they embrace into their life, and it really brings something positive into their life. So I call it 10 practical resourceful habits. So when you look into this list of 10 practical wisdoms, they are universal principles that seem to have governed humans. I've made myself to study and observe this individual for the past few years. So I'm just trying to bring everything together now. And so going through this particular topic also take me back to things that I've already started doing a long time ago, but have a pause and now going back to it. And I've seen how remarkable it is for people that have deployed it effectively into their life. Perhaps it is better to first explain what it is and then break them down into 3 to 4 phases because of time. So if I have to dive into all these 10 practical habits, resourceful practical habits, I'm going to have to do more than one podcast with the limited time that's set to release the podcast. So because of that, it's more easier for us to just go through it over the long period of weeks, and then we can able to dive into it properly. So most of these habits would require some work from your part, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. Just imagine a good land and a rain, but without a seed in the ground, nothing will be produced. So it's not good enough to have a good land. It's not also good enough to have a great weather where the rain in the right time. But if you don't have a seed on the ground, there's nothing going to come out of it. So you need the three elements in your hand. You need the good land, you need the seed, and you need the rain. So the seed is the work that you might need to do. Sometimes the work might be very simple, by waking up maybe 10 minutes before the normal time you normally wake up, go to bed certain time. Or it might be you encourage yourself to eat breakfast so that you don't fill your tummy with a chocolate only all day at work. It might be you'll be more mindful when people are coming to you and talking about other people behind them. It might be this kind of work that you have to do. So it's not easy. It means that you have to change something about the way you currently do something. If you fold your hand, you are not able to let go or receive a new thing. So most of these habits will require some work from your part, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. The action, attitude, and behavior you tolerate in yourself will determine how these habits are about to be mentioned and listed. So if you have worked on yourself regularly, intentionally, you bound to create most of these habits. In fact, most of the people listening to this podcast may already have these habits. But for those who haven't developed this habit yet, don't give up. You are not born with it. You could learn it. And that's the great things about this habit compared than IQ. These are the things that you could learn and grow up from it. So, which we'll be looking into in the next few weeks. So, but today, I just quickly listed them, the 10 practical, resourceful habits that you can work on or develop in yourself. Number 1, being proactive. Number 2, giving. Number 3, integrating. Integrating means that bring all the good attitude, behavior, personality that you have, or your strength together, and integrate them into yourself, and become a principle for you that govern you. Learning. So number 4, I call it learning. Number 5, independent. Number 6, industrious. Number 7, critical thinking. Number 8, honesty and humility. Number 9, financial education. Number 10, emotional understanding. So these are just the 10 that extracted in how many individuals that are becoming the role models through the histories. And currently, in our current generation, you probably know one or two. Could be the people that you work with, or people that you read about their biography, or people that you've been told about your relative or someone you heard about. If you look at them properly, you will see how they have developed this habit over the years. So you could start it as well. So these habits are not particularly arranged on a level of importance, but were listed randomly. How many of these listed habits can you identify with, and how did they affect your life? So these are the questions that I'm asking you today. If you already have it, how did it transcending into your life? How does it affect your day-to-day interaction? How does it affect your intentions and your goals if you have one? So take a stock on them and work to develop them. So in the next few weeks, we will be looking into them one by one in stages. I certainly hope this episode highlighted behavioral habits that can help you. Next week, 1 to 2 habits will be covered in depth. How and what we can do daily to develop it. We will examine the being proactive and practical example in our daily life. So for next week, we will probably start to tackle all these listed 10 practical resourceful habits by starting from proactive and how it could be citing the practical example in our daily life and how we can develop this and how we can bring this into our life. So I hope this podcast help you. So look forward for next week when we dive into this habit stage by stage. If you like to know a little about it or more, or if you have any information regarding this particular episode, please contact me directly through our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Once again, my name's Richard. Until we meet again next week, have an amazing week and ciao. From everyone here from Life for Living Well, we say hasta luego, amigos. Thank you for your time this week. May your rest of the week be safe and loving. Please subscribe to our channel to keep it going. And you can find more information on our website by visiting www.lifeforlivingwell.com. Goodbye.